Not going to walk very far today because this morning in a press release with Governor Cox, he said to, among other things, touch some grass. So we're touching some grass today until Mick finds me, which will probably be soon, and we'll see where we go from there. This week was the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Our state has been sort of reeling from that, and other things have happened in the world also of really tragic circumstances. So it's been kind of a heavy week. This morning, Spencer Cox, the governor, he made 3 specific statements that stood out to me. He said they were the words of Charlie Kirk. I can't find them anywhere, so I'm not sure if they're a direct quote or more paraphrasing. It doesn't matter because it's really the statement that matters. But he said, welcome without judgment, love without condition, and forgive without limit. Those 3 statements are mantras. They're tenets. First, welcome without judgment. Now, I actually made sort of a discovery last week as I was meeting with some people, and there were some assumptions made about me. A lot of people say they don't judge. I'm one of them. I say I don't judge. Oh, my kitty, Rudy. Come here, Rudy. Hi, honey. Hi. Anyway, we all say that we don't judge, and as a coach, I'm ethically bound to not dig into people's pasts and just take their present and look towards their future. I love that. I love that. I love that people can feel free to come to me without judgment. But that doesn't mean that we don't make assumptions. There were some things, and I find people tell me this all the time, that they assumed something about me, and then after they got to know me, it wasn't true. So one of the things that was assumed about me this last week was growing up in the public eye as I did. There are assumptions made about families in that situation that they don't experience, especially families of affluence, that they don't experience financial hardship. They don't experience abuse or trauma or toxicity. That's straight false. And that really limits us when we're trying to connect with people. I had struggles that other people don't even dream of, and other people have struggles that I could never dream of. So as we're being careful about judgments and welcoming all to the table for discussion and sharing of opinions, let's also do our best to not make assumptions. Second, love without condition. One of my favorite parts of my speech when I'm talking about coaches, teammates, and fans, when we talk about fans, I say it is not their hype that binds us to them. It's their lack of conditions. And if you are a parent or guardian of young people, I want you to recognize this. If you are influencing young people at all and they can count on you, they're trusting you, please recognize your most important role is to love them at their worst. Not saying it's easy. And as you do, make sure they know that your love is unconditional. Really think about what that means. And then last, forgive without limit. Oof, that's a tough one. But the 5th principle for starters is starters aim to give. Now there's a book that you need to look up. It is The Outward Mindset by the Arbinger Institute. Now I got a tractor running by. Hold on. What is an outward mindset? Well, I think it's kind of obvious, isn't it? This is especially beneficial for young people as their brains are developing. They're wired actually to be self-preserving, to be independent and on their own, and that just naturally makes them more self-absorbed. Please know that that's very normal and very natural. But if they don't start to exercise an outward or a service mindset at these critical years, in their young adult years, it's going to be really hard for them to do that as adults. So we've got to train ourselves to think outward, to be involved in service as much as we can. And honestly, it makes us happier. This is what we need to do for the next generation, is teach them how to give. And I know this seems like a little sidebar from forgiveness, but really it's not. Forgiveness is the ultimate way to give. It's not as much for the recipient as it is for yourself. You're not excusing bad behavior. You're separating yourself It's the final step of separating yourself from someone else's bad behavior. We have got to learn to forgive. I am not saying it's easy again, but it is necessary. Welcome without judgment, love without condition, and forgive without limit. What do you say? Hey, come here, come here. Oh, give me some love, give me some love. Go get it.